What's up, turkeys? Look at these clouds. It is epic. What a beautiful day. It is a gorgeous day today. It is June 12th, and I have to be honest, we have not had that many of these kind of days this year. It's been cold, it's been raining, the bees are way behind, there's not a lot of flowers out here. I'm gonna go in today and see what the flow looks like, see if we got nectar coming in, and I'm gonna try to do some splits. So I got a couple resource hives here that used to be in the back row. They're now up here in the front row because these were my dead out spots. I'm hoping today to find some frames to make a couple of splits. I'm gonna go start with the Vermont queens because they're doing so well. I'm gonna see if I can split the Vermont queens up here. So this is definitely the biggest hive. This was the largest hive coming out of the winter. And again, this queen is from Vermont, Singing Cedars Apiary. I gave them 2 supers because they were so packed. They're not on the second super yet. This though, this is getting all drawn out. This is getting full of honey here. Wow. Like I said, this season has been just garbage. But this hive is finding nectar. That's for sure. It's a huge hive, so you know, but they're doing a great job. This is all freshly drawn out. And they're capping honey on this one, so good hive. Jammed side to side. This is a heavy frame. Yikes, this is all packed. I can't even lift that frame, it's so heavy. Alright, let's be careful, hopefully the queen's not on this frame. Alright, this is full of eggs. It's eggs all the way across. There she is. Okay, she's right here. Big dark queen. So I'm going to take her and put her right into a resource hive. So there she is right there. I'm going to split her right out of this hive. So she's going up to the front. I'm going to take one more frame. Let's see, I'm going to take one more frame here. This is a frame of brood, nurse bees, and pollen. So that'll be good for them. Okay, empty frame. This is a frame of pure eggs right here, so they're going to make a queen on this frame. And I'm just going to give them an empty frame. So they are now queenless. And the thing about this hive is, I know that it's a big hive and it's a strong queen and all, but I want the genetics. So I'm going to give up on, you know, getting a big production out of this hive this year, but I am going to get a new hive out of it with great genetics. So they're going to make a queen all by themselves. She'll probably mate with one of my other drones in my hives. So my BR genetics will be in this hive. So they're going to make a queen, and we'll have a new queen in here in about a month. And I have to remember, when that virgin queen comes back from her mating flight, I need to check up in the super to make sure she didn't go in the super. When bees are queenless, they do a lot of foraging because there's nothing else to do, so that's why it's good to have an extra super on here for them. They're going to fill this right up in the next few weeks as flowers start to bloom, and they're going to just be waiting for a queen, so this hive should actually do pretty well. Let me do the same thing to the other Vermont queen. Okay, should be the same situation in here. Wow, these bees are all the way up on the second super already. Man, the sun goes in and it gets chilly here. Nice. It's getting heavy. All right, let's find a queen in here and split her. Really awesome brood pattern. See her there. This hive is warm. This is the very outside frame. It's filled with brood on both sides. There she is right there. This is a great frame to move into the resource hive too, because it's packed with pollen and nectar on the outside. So there's our queen. And she is going to go into the other resource hive over there. And she's going to keep laying in that hive. That'll be her new home. So I need to find a frame of eggs and leave a frame of eggs in here so they can make a new queen. That is all brood. Holy cow. All right, fresh eggs all over this frame. So that's staying in here. And we're going to take one more frame out of here for resources for our new queen nuke over there. Need a frame with brood and some resources. That's perfect. Hatching brood and honey. So that's going to be their other frame. I'm going to take one more frame of honey over there for them. Dang, that is just all brood right there. That is crazy. All right, you know what? Yeah, this is all nectar. I'm going to bring this over for them. So they've got plenty of resources in here to build up a new queen. I'm going to give them a blank frame on the outside here. The population is huge. They can draw this out in no time. So this hive now has resources. It has 2 supers. It's got population. It's going to burst. Population is going to burst because there's a ton of brood in here hatching out. And they have eggs to make a new queen. Yeah, they got plenty of resources. Okay, so these are the 2 little nukes I just made with the Vermont queens. This is the original power hive right here. All the bees seem to be staying. Awesome. They're not all running away. And this is the other one, the one that was on your right, which is also power. And they're all sticking around. They all look good. So we got 2 queens in here and the other hives are queenless. That's the opposite of what I've done in the past with walkaway splits, which before I would have put the eggs in here and let the queens mate and fly out of here, but I actually switched the orientation of the bottom board so they all come out the front now. There's no one coming out of the back of these hives. So the bees are coming out the front. I put some clover here for them to have to pass through, so when they come out they'll orient to this location. And yeah, hopefully they're off and running. So I'll come back here in a few days and make sure the population's still up. But I think they're going to be fine. No longer Cornelia. This is Singing Cedar 1 and 2. I will come up with a name for these queens, but right now I'm still getting to know them. I still have 2 other empty resource hives that I have not used yet. So hopefully I can do some more splits in a couple weeks after all these hives build up. All right, so I got a couple splits done today, and it worked out well, and I like kind of how it went because it was the opposite of what I've done in the past. Usually I take eggs from a strong hive and drop it into a resource hive to create a walkaway split. Today, I took the queens out of their big hives, brought them into the resource hives, so the queens immediately will start laying in those resource hives. And you know, the population that goes in there with them has no reason to leave because they're queens there. And they've got empty frames and they should be great. The other hives that I left behind have frames filled with eggs, filled with resources, and huge populations. So they should be able to make a queen very efficiently. And, you know, those queens will come back to those boxes and then I'll have new queens. So that worked out great. We are so far behind. We're so late on everything coming up this year. We just didn't really have a spring. It's been cold and nothing's really open. There's not a lot of flowers around yet, but I'm hoping we get some heat this week. Flowers are going to start popping. Hopefully populations explode and the bee yard will be back in action. But right now, they're just kind of chilling. So thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video.